Alright, back to the world of Vampire. Let's load up our game here. I think, if I remember correctly, to recap what we did in the last stream, we had just been to that ship, the Elizabeth Dean. We were ordered by the guy that lives here, our friend LaCroix, whatever, to check it out and see what was up with a certain sarcophagus, the Ankaran sarcophagus. And it looked like something broke out of there, and the ship was crawling with cops, and we got out of there. We brought back some information for him. He's very happy, and he's like, look, dude, why don't you go check in on my buddy? Right? That's my next task, is to check in on his friend. Alistair Grout, the Malkavian Primogen, I don't know, Primogen. I should try looking for him at his mansion on the outskirts of town. So I don't know if talking to this guy
Need a ride?
is how I get to the mansion. Do I? Yeah, I do. It's right here, Grout's mansion. Oh, that's handy. So is it its own hub? Is the mansion a hub? Oh look, it's Rodriguez here. He beat me here.
What are you doing here?
Are you still mad at me? Why is your voice echoing? I might ask you the same thing. I really would. I am genuinely curious.
No?
What do you mean, no? Are you feeling alright, man?
You should get out of here. This place is bad news. Pardon me.
Pardon me? He's acting strangely. He's not acting like his... Well, I don't know the guy that well, but I'm certainly not used to him speaking this way compared to the last conversation we had. What's going on, dude? And why is the camera shaking all over the place? Is it a ghost? Quest log updated. Maybe if I had been better friends with him. Dude, something is wrong though, by the way. Is it just this ramp? It's kind of messed up. I seem to get stuck on the ramp a bunch. It's weird. Anyway, our quest log was updated. He seemed a bit out of sorts, to say the least. By the way, just quickly checking here. Yeah, so we were holding on for one more experience point so that we could get, I think, another level of wits. I think that was the idea anyway. Because the alternative, I think, is more fighting. Deadlier claws. I wouldn't mind deadlier claws either. Anyway. We'll go for wits for now. Anything around here? There are some bells in the music, I guess. It sounds pretty good. Let's take a look around. Full moon. So definitely potential for werewolves. We're in the hills. I guess we're in the Hollywood Hills or something. It doesn't seem like there's many options as to where to go. What is this? Oh, it's just a rat. Let's head on in and see what we find. Oh, hello. You okay? You're wearing a very strange mask.
I'm not listening to you. Shut up! Shut up!
Are you gonna attack me? You are gonna attack me. Okay, alright. Let's go Protean. Oh, I guess we're not going Protean. Let's see how tough these people are. It's not doing much damage to me. So no need to burn resources just yet. She did a bit of damage, but nothing serious. Oh, there's a lot of these people here. Quest log updated. I don't need updates to tell me that something doesn't feel right. Feels like I have a battle, and I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm just not going to wait for them to attack. I'm just going to assume they're going to attack me. Whoa. Just more of you. I'm not sure why I'm getting that particular move. Let's space these people out. Is it because I'm double clicking? Is my timing off? Let's get some Fortitude and Protean. Let's finish these people off. Tired of playing games. I'm missing a lot. Are you dead? Oh, you're here. Are you dead? Get back up. Dude, their attacks on Wake Up? Why am I missing so much? Their attacks on Wake Up are pretty strong, pretty quick. Can I open up this door? I can't. Can I go back into first person view? Okay, secret door. I like it. Message received. What's this?
Another unfortunate casualty to tide of time, insane asylums. I lament their loss not only as brokerage houses for the breadth and depth of human psychoses, but also I shall mourn the disappearance of that peculiar environment present only in an insane asylum. That palpable atmosphere of blistered brains and churning bowels, the odoriferous melange of freely flowing bodily humors, that gently rolling cacophony of distant sobs and screams, the muttered cursing at perceived enemies, and the blissful gurgling of the lobotomized, like a newborn babe discovering the sky. I shall still find test subjects as surely as I find bloody sustenance in the night, but this climate, I fear, may never be replicated.
Edgy. So it sounds like our man Grout here was nostalgic for the days of insane asylums, and he wanted to, I guess, create his own, which is probably what's happening here. I wonder if he lost control of the situation, and that's why he stopped reporting in. Can I, feed attempt failed. I have to wait for my next feed attempt. I can't just keep bashing it, apparently. I don't know how long I have to wait. What's this? Oh, sorry, I'm not feeding. I want to press one button there. Perception at once shapes the mind and rules over time. Time, however, erodes human perception and then in turn warps the mind. The mind is capricious, having various effects on perception, time, and the mind itself. With harmony, progress is made. Okie doke. Can I feed again? Oh, whatever. Can I bash again? Yeah, we can. And back off because their wake-up attacks are absurd. Look at that wake-up attack. That's ridiculous. Come on, man. That's a hell of a dash. This guy is not, by the way... He's not taking a ton of damage. He's got pretty good armor. Or whatever. Damage resistance? I don't know if I'm hurting him much. Can I? Like, that 0 there sucked. Alright. Protean. Oh, that was a waste. Well, look. This is obviously a thing we have to play with. But before we do, there was a way to end these things prematurely, these effects. Can I go up here or no? Or maybe it's just the thing I can't do while I'm in Protean. Alright, let's try it now. Can't open that up. See, you took a lot of damage there, so I didn't know, it's hard to tell. Like, this guy seemed a lot tougher than the last guy that I fought that was, at least that it had the same character model. I'm gonna have to be careful. He took a good chunk of health off, and health I will be slow to regain. Is that how I opened up this thing? What else does this do? Okay, eye, time, brain. Do I need to look for a code? Eye, time, brain? Oh, okay. Here. Perception at once shapes the mind, eye, brain, time. That's the clue. Let's try that. Eye, brain. Oh, that worked somehow. It opened up a door somewhere. Experience rewarded 1. Solved Grout's riddle. So can I go up here? No, that's still closed, so it must be down the other hallway or something. So while we're here, then we now do have 12 points, and let's add them into wits here. We'll increase our defense, and we'll improve our hacking. I don't think we need hacking much here. But eventually, you know. We already... Oh, wrong button there. Can I go through, please? There we go. Oh, another recording. A very handy recording. It's funny how each recording has its own recorder. I guess they must be single use.
It is quite peculiar, the happenings I've been made to witness for my supernatural longevity. I am thinking of one unfortunate phenomenon in particular, of unique interest to my station, both as a professional and as a sufferer of this vampiric condition. It seems the stream of time has begun to erode the moorings of my chosen course of study, for the methodologies that gave birth to psychology are slowly disappearing. I find myself in an era that overlooks the physical component of psychological pathology time and again in favor of the sophistic practices of Freud. Phrenology, dactopintilism, and the rest of the old guard has fallen by the wayside, its champions all silenced in death, with my unique exception. Would that I could make my voice heard again, although it may be suspicious should I return to popular medical discourse 50 years after my apparent death. No, better that I continue my studies into the psychoses in secret. One day, may I hold up my own cure as validation of the methods. I am confident no cure for my condition, or that of my beloved wife, lies within our figurative minds, waiting to be unlocked by the correct combination of memories recovered from our childhoods. And I'm most certain it has nothing to do with the relationship between myself, my parents, and my genitals. Sorry, Sigmund, but I choose to stay my course. In time, too, may your star fade and disappear.
Well, that seemed to work. So our guy's feeling nostalgic here. That seems to be his principal thing. Alright, can I feed on you? I can. Very good. Way easier than fighting you, actually. And way more rewarding. How about you? Very good. Yeah, so our guy here was a mad scientist from the old days, or a doctor. Or both. And he's kind of, I guess, academically unhappy. Because his point of view, or his approach to treating mental illness is not as popular these days. Like, he doesn't like therapy, he likes physical interventions to solve mental problems. You know, he has an academic dispute. That's locked. Can't pick it, apparently. That too. Also that one. Alright, so I guess we're going... These are some really steep stairs. Damn, dude. And really shallow steps, too. This would be a very... What is this? Where does this even go? It doesn't go anywhere. Is this meant to be weird on purpose? Is like the architecture part of the madness-inducing design of this place, or what? I'm confused. Well, can I press more of these? I can. Candlestick. Okay, so that opens up a door. Well, dude, I mean, what would you expect people to think when you got these stairs leading to nowhere? It's not much of a secret, is it? Someone's coming down the hallway. Interrupting my feed, how dare you? Interrupting my attack, how dare you? Don't interrupt me. Whoa. Replenish me. Get out of here. I'm done with you. Anyone else? Alright. Let's take a look around some more. While listening to another
Often
monologue.
I reflect with great regret on the missed opportunity that was my infector. Had I been conscious after the attack, I could have stopped the orderlies from locking her in the roaming pen. What I would give for just one interview, a few simple questions of the plague-ridden woman who met her end that dawn. Of course, there is no guarantee she would have been any more helpful than my current crop of test subjects, mewling wretches. Few could be called enthusiastic. Given the nature of the tests, I cannot expect the same fervor from all, but a modicum of cooperation would be appreciated. Animals. The one called John went so far as to gnaw off his arm and escape into the floorboards like some feral rodent. I still hear him scurrying about at night. He must be making an atrocious mess in there.
Looks like this guy has his medical degrees there. He said something about being infected. I don't know who infected him. If he means, you know, being infected... That's a dead body. If he meant being infected by vampirism or infected by something else, like that blood disease that we've been dealing with, or we're investigating the plague, or infected by madness. It's just a dead body here, apparently, at least for now. Let's listen to his next note.
My studies proceed at a languid pace. I'm mired in a foul ennui as my wife's illness advances.
Is he trying to save his
My
wife?
subjects
Is that the
grow
idea?
restless without proper supervision, but I cannot pull myself back from this black depression. How many nights I've wasted now, gazing from the tower walk, pondering the frailty of existence.
Okay. So, wife's sick, obsessed with curing insanity by physical means. Ooh, nice view here. And nice work, developers, on having the city of Los Angeles in the distance. I don't see the Hollywood sign anywhere. Okay. Are we gonna... Wait, did I come out of this room? Maybe. Why would you have two identical towers with a bridge between them? That's weird. That's just weird architecture. I think I'm going down the correct one and not backtracking, but we will... I am going down the right one. Hello. Feed attempt failed. I need a top up. And this is the most efficient way to kill you. It's a weird soundtrack that we're hearing right now. You get this creepy stuff that's in the foreground, and then there was a beat. So you got a bunch of people facing the wall. Let's see if I can grab her before that patrolling guy comes up here. It doesn't sound like it. Nope. It sounds like we failed. Let's see what we can do here. You have to be careful. Alright, that's good. That's bad. That's good. At least this guy is hanging back. Hey, how did that miss? Whoop, excuse me. Let's bring up Blood Buff and Fortitude and Protean again. Like, both of those missed, and I don't know if that's something that I'm aiming wrong. Are you alive? No, you're dead. Or if if there's some just probability of missing. Definitely needed a refill after that battle. You know, I mean, I don't know if I should just aim better or if there's just a chance, a programmed chance of me, of them dodging my attack. Okay, so we came in through here. We've got a hallway to the left, several doors here, some ramps up to the right. Well, these aren't doors, that's a window and a door. So let's proceed from this first door over here and proceed systematically. Oh, that brings us back to this room. Okay, so this should be the other door back to that room, right? Same room? Yeah. Okay, so this is just the way we were. So there's this door. Where does that go? To another recorder. And a few more crazies. Can I grab one without the other one noticing? Let's see. Maybe. Yep, we can. So this one has a reflection. Actually, the reflection shows them both still standing there, so that's weird game design. In fact, I can hear them. Is this not a mirror? This is actually a window to an identical room on the other side. This is not a mirror, it is apparently a window. You can even see that one there. So, in this home, there are two identical rooms in a mirror configuration with two identical patients. Does the other room also have... So the other room has a table, it doesn't have a recorder on it though.
After decades of solitary study into this affliction, I have learned that it is by no means mine alone. Indeed, the city is home to an entire society of similarly afflicted individuals with whom I've only recently made contact. They are an understandably standoffish sort, by and large, but I have been able to confirm with them that the condition is indeed vampirism, which apparently comes in a multitude of strains, each with a spectacular set of symptoms such as invisibility and even a sort of lycanthropy. Through numerous official interactions with the governing body of this secret society, I have concluded that their fundamental understanding of the vampiric condition is woefully lacking and mired in suspicion and pseudo-religious dogma that would make a Turk balk for its strictures. Indeed, they seemed impressed with my studies and the eloquence with which I was able to present them. Apparently, the typical sufferer of my particular strain of vampirism is far from the vanguard of the King's English. So impressed were they that they even offered me an office in their government, a rather high office by the sound of things. I believe I shall accept. If nothing else, it should provide a lofty vantage point from which to observe the breadth and epidemiology of the affliction,
His voice
so
has
that
an
I may
echo now.
move more expeditiously toward a cure.
So this guy's trying to cure himself of vampirism. Oh, that's locked. This guy's trying to cure himself of vampirism. He got bit by someone, probably while practicing as a doctor in an insane asylum. And now he's trying to find a cure for it, and he's actually, because he's a Malkavian, he got the Malkavian strain. Apparently they said, hey, you can be the leader of the Malkavians because you seem pretty coherent. At least that's what I'm getting out of all this. So I kind of want to go here. That seems to be the only place left to go, but it's locked. And going back doesn't seem to help, right? Why would going backward help? This is just that same room. Going here seems to lead... to a dead end. Those wall fixtures are not anything. Neither are these. Unless I'm not seeing something. I might not be seeing anything. So these windows don't seem to go anywhere. I'm trying to think, what can I interact with here? Can I hit something or damage something? Can I hit these windows? Doesn't seem like it. So I'm a bit confused about where I'm supposed to go next. And find this doctor that's trying to cure vampirism. Yeah, it's not the kind of thing I can pick. It's just like just straight up locked. Okay, anything... Let's look around. Let's examine our surroundings. Anything that looks like a lever or a switch. Or a clue. Or even just an interactable object. Nice decor here, by the way. The skull pillars. Classic. I have the feeling that it must have something to do with this mirrored room. But I can't see any interactable objects, and I'm trying to see, is there any difference between the two rooms that I can... I mean, obviously there's the absence of the recorder, and there's the presence of these two patients, I guess, or former patients. Oh, wait. Now there's an interactable. It's these. This is the secret. Okie doke. There's another bad guy in there. One of the bondage vampires, or bondage crazies. Maybe that's what we'll just call them. You got your lady crazies and your bondage crazies. Seem to be the two main types of enemies that we have here. Wait, there was one there, right? Oh, there you are. Alright, buddy. That's not bad. Don't die. Damn it, I hit him too hard. I wanted to feed on him. Maybe once I had him like sort of distracted with those ravens, I could have fed on him right then and there. Oops. Okay, we're on the upper level of the room with the yeah, so this is the room with the puzzle that we solved, and this is the door from the other side where those stairs, the ladder rather, leads up to, and we couldn't get past it. Well, let's investigate for clues. This seems like a clue. Chaos, like the mind, can be understood only through the scientific process. Order, however, is only as good as the perception thereof. Time is the key that links the two and bears witness to their ebb and flow. So time sits between chaos and order. Right? It's the link.
I have accepted the role of Primogen for Clan Malkavian, the dreadfully winsome label applied to the particular strain of vampirism I suffer, so named for some supposed vampire father figure of old, more poppycock grown from a backward culture that seems interminably drawn to children's tales and the fiction of Victorian romance, when it should concern itself with the science behind their suffering. No matter. For I have taken this office for no greater reason than to advance my research. I must make mention, however, that even among my would-be peers in this governing body of vampires, the level of paranoia and superstition is frightening. Their intelligence is not the question, no, indeed. As they courted me for this appointment, I had to suspect that their overtures were hand-tailored to what must be my obvious infatuation with reason, for the devil would do well to have such honey-tongued tempters. Even so, I could not help but notice the dressing of language these vampire leaders chose for their siren song. Whether it is born of habit, from addressing their unwashed, ill-educated subjects, or from their own deep-seated beliefs, their linguistic flourishes belie a faith in superstition over the providence of empirical reason that must be an all-pervasive theme in this society of darkest night.
So which one do you talk about first? Chaos, and then order. So I'm going to assume this is chaos, and this is order, and this is time, the key. That didn't work. Chaos, or wait. Whatever. Something worked there. So I guess that door opened downstairs, right? There it is, that hallway behind that bookcase. And then we can go down these stairs. Or these ladders, or this ladder rather. And we're there. Making progress.